And this video we're going to do more viewer requests. This one is asking me if I could design Godzilla for this upcoming movie, how would I do it? Okay guys, welcome back. So this request comes from Carlos Valenzuela, and he asked me how I would design Godzilla for the new movie if I was in charge. That's a tough question because there's a number of suits that I really like that I would have incorporated together. I think if I had to break it down by body part, I think, I gotta say, I think the one that looks the most menacing, and I think the one that I would take and kind of maybe refine just a little bit, but not too much, would be the 84 Godzilla. I just think either that one or the Godzilla versus Biollante, the high-side Godzilla suit. Those two, to me, seem like almost the most realistic you can get. I wasn't a big fan of the Millennium Godzilla suit, even though it's kind of grown on me over time, but I just didn't feel the whole purple spines, and I don't know, there was something about like his neck and his like this area here that just, it looks so, I don't know, I've kind of grown to like it now because I've been seeing it more and more, and I watching the movies and stuff. But initially it was, and I'm not still not a big fan of it, but I do like it more than I have in the past. The GMK suit, while it looks menacing, he looks a little on the chubby side for me. Figure that, right? A fat guy criticizing somebody else who's chubby. But I think the 84 suit, I think I would have just taken it and refined it a little bit. I think I would have thinned him out a little bit because he's got a little like pot belly, almost like not as bad as GMK, but he's got a little pot belly on the bottom. He looks a little bit too hip heavy, so I would have taken him in a little bit. I think I would have. See, the thing of it is that even though it doesn't look like it's going to be this way, but the Godzilla 2014 to me needs to be a little bit more mobile. Godzilla is a very methodic creature. He doesn't move very fast, and he's very... And we're kind of seeing that in this in the trailer that we've seen, but that still doesn't guarantee that that's how slow he's going to move. I'm kind of hoping they make him a little bit more agile. But if I had to design the suit, I would start with the 84 suit and then expand from there. I would make some minor changes to things I didn't like. I would keep the teeth. I would probably... I don't know if I would change the face too much. I think the face is fine. Dorsal fins are a little bit overkill in that suit. I think... Because, he's got 3 rows. He's got the long middle dorsal fin area, and then he's got the smaller ones. I probably would take the dorsal fins from the GMK Godzilla, put it on that one, and then roll with that. His feet were fine. And I know I really don't care about the feet too much. I know that's been a big issue with a lot of people are his feet and how they look. And I understand that. I understand because I do like his feet in like GMK. I do like his feet in 84. But it's not that important to me. But if I had to choose, I would take those feet over. But I'm not overly upset about his feet now. They are what they are, and that's that. I'm just, I'm going to be so focused, who knows what we're going to see. I can't even really get into that right now. So 84 Godzilla, I would put the GMK spikes on him. I would thin him out a little bit, maybe elongate his arms just slightly, give him more of an opportunity to crouch and like kind of, get an agile move to him. I don't want him to be methodical. I want him to be a little bit more on the faster side. Not Zilla fast. I think it's a little bit exaggerated for a monster to move as fast as Zilla did, but I definitely don't want him to be a slow, sluggish Godzilla. I want him to have some pep in his step. So what else? The eyes were fine. I had no problem with the eyes in that suit. The tail was fine. I think that's it. I really think there's not too much you can screw up with that suit. I just think the dorsal fins I would make a little bit smaller. The GMK dorsal fins were slightly smaller, a little bit different from the Millennium ones. They just seem like they start a little bit. They seem to start a little bit lower on his back. Then you get a couple of big ones, and then it goes right back down. And I think that's good. I like that. His eyes were fine. His mouth was fine. His teeth were fine. I would elongate his arms a little bit, thin him out a little bit, keep the 84 feet or use the GMK feet. Either one I'm good with. And just bring his hips in a little bit and then kind of thin his legs out. Believe it or not, maybe make him a little bit taller in the leg area so he can crouch and he can kind of be a little bit more agile. I think that's what I would do. But I'm not. There's so many suits to choose from. Because believe it or not, I like the older suit, like I like the Godzilla versus Mothra suit. I think I would probably maybe take Godzilla versus Mothra, his eyes, that really mean look, and put him on that suit. And this is all mashing it together for the '84, for the 2014 movie. And I'm talking about Godzilla versus Mothra from the '60s. That's his eyes. That suit is nice, and his eyes are awesome in that suit. But there's a lot of suits I like. I also like the '74 suit, the Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla suit. More so the Terror of Mechagodzilla suit, to be honest, because even though he had a similar face, they kind of brought his cheekbones up a little bit in the second movie, and he looked a little bit less friendly and a little bit more, serious. But other than that, there's really no differences. But that's it. I think that's the only changes I would make. I would start with the '84 Godzilla suit. I would keep his face and his head overall. I would take the dorsal fins from GMK. The feet are a toss-up. I would either keep 1984 or use GMK feet. I would elongate his arms a little bit, make him a little bit taller, but more by the legs than his torso. Bring his hips in a little bit, lose the pot belly. Give him some definition. Like, I liked his chest, the way it kind of protruded, kind of gave him like a definition. And that's it. That's it. That's all I would do. But that's just my opinion, and who knows how that would look. It might look horrible, so who knows. But that's the best way I can envision it. I'm really not an artsy person, so I might have just chopped up and brutalized the whole design. But that's the best. It's the best I can do. So anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Let me share your thoughts on the bottom, and I will continue to do more requests. I'm still going through that video and picking up everyone's requests. So that's it. I'll talk to you guys and see you next video. Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. I'm your host Rob, and this video we're going to do more viewer requests. This one is asking me if I could design Godzilla for this upcoming movie, how would I do it? Okay guys, welcome back. So this request comes from Carlos Valenzuela, and he asked me how I would design Godzilla for the new movie if I was in charge. That's a tough question because there's a number of suits that I really like that I would have incorporated together. I think if I had to break it down by body part, I think, I gotta say, I think the one that looks the most menacing